Hello everyone and welcome to Thewitchesvoice. My name is Asiel Baez, Oni Designs, and I will be your Friday day host. First of all, I want to thank the group of Thewitchesvoice and all the members that are involved for recruiting me and asking me to join their channel and to join in to make my videos and to give my opinion on the topics for this upcoming season with Thewitchesvoice. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for Maria, my friend Maria especially, who recommended me and put an effort into getting me to be part of this group. So far I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the conversation with the people and enjoying everybody that I'm meeting. And this is my first video, so this is the intro video into the Thewitchesvoice channel. So for those of you who are tuning in to the Thewitchesvoice, I'm one of the new members. As far as I'm concerned, there's 2 new members that have joined. I'm one of the new members and I'm the Friday night host. Today is the introduction. Some of you that are tuning in into this channel, into the Thewitchesvoice, may recognize me from my own personal channel, which is called asieloshunyeyeo, and I will be putting a link underneath for you guys to join in and look me up if you don't know me too well. But this is a quick video of introduction. So I'm gonna be nice and concise. I go by the title, for the most part I go by the title of Eclectic Pagan, because I have one faith into which I add many mixtures of practices and beliefs that come from other places in the world and other faiths and other traditions and things like that. So by that I usually refer to myself as an eclectic pagan. As of the beginning of this year, when things have started changing, I started to kind of lean more towards the side of mystic or to the title of just simply mystic. Because I realized that I'm one, a very mystical person, and 2, interested in the spiritual, mystical side of religion, faith, spirituality, evolution, the human heart. So I'm more into the mystical than I am into the actual religious sometimes. But anyways, so I consider myself eclectic pagan. Now I'm starting to lean more towards just a simple title of mystic to just cover everything that I am and all the practices that I do and the beliefs that come together in my mind and in my personal path. I'm gay, I'm Cuban. Well, I'm gay. I go under the title of gay also, but I've also been moving away from the title of gay. This year I've been heading more towards the title of asexual for whatever reason. But I'm Cuban, I am an Orisha priest, I have Oshun crowned, I was initiated into the Lukumi faith or the Lukumi tradition when I was 9 years old. I was born and raised into the religion or influenced by the religion as a little kid in Cuba. At the age of 11, I started reading tarot. Was when my tarot cards were first gifted to me. At the age of 12 was when I purchased my first set of tarot cards, which is the same tarot deck that I still use to this day. I'm 25 now. Tarot is my main form of divination, and it is one of the biggest services that I offer to clients and the public. It's tarot readings and tarot consultations. I'm trying to be as concise as I possibly can with my introduction. The point is, I'm very thankful for joining the Thewitchesvoice. I'm very thankful for joining this group. I'm excited for the topics that we're going to be talking about it for these new videos. I have an online store that's called Oni Designs that you can find me, or you can find it in Facebook. You can look me up. I'm also going to put a link for that in the video. I do all sorts of videos in my own personal channel. I mainly speak about religion, but I'll be opening the channel to other topics that I want to include. that are somewhat, somehow related to religion, spirituality, morality, and holistic living for the human being. I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't criticize and or talk about something that you haven't experimented within your own skin, so or experience within your own skin. So things that I speak about are usually things that come from my own personal opinion and from my own personal integration into my being and my opinion after having integrated it, how it has changed me. So I want to definitely talk about certain topics. I'm also a yogi, which is a reason, like I said, why I'm moving more towards the side of towards the name or the classification / title of mystic, because I'm also a yogi. I practice yoga, and I'm highly influenced by Hinduism and Hindu practices and yogic practices and philosophies and beliefs and things like that. Let me see, what else can I tell you guys? I tend to be very blunt. Like, I'm very blunt. Like, I will sit you down and I will be like, yo, this is what's happening, this is how I feel, this is what I think, and this needs to change. And that's something that I expect from people also, because I'm someone who tries to respect everyone and adhere to their personal boundaries and their personal rules and everything. Obviously, sometimes we as human beings overstep our boundaries or say things that bother other people, and sometimes people keep everything to themselves. I've learned to express that, and I'm just very blunt when it comes to certain topics and certain things, some more than others. Sometimes I'm very cautious with the words and the things that I say, because I can release a particular energy at points that people don't tend to like. But I tend to be very blunt, and I tend to be very concise and candid, nice to the point. I'm a child of Oshun. I've had her, as of this recording, I've had her crowned on my head for 15 years now. I absolutely love and adore the mother. I love and adore all of the Orishas, and I have been making it a point to receive and gather Orishas. And although that makes maybe no sense to some of you who might be Wiccan or from another tradition watching this video, it'll definitely make more sense if you start watching my videos in my own personal channel. And probably and hopefully in one of the seasons from the Witch's Voice, we might go into details about some of these topics of receiving things and gathering things that are spiritual and that come from lineages and all that stuff. Anyways, in my own personal life, a lot of things have changed. This year, 2014, has been quite the interesting year for me. I have been paying a lot of attention to me. I have told people that I have developed a me.com personality, and I'm just all about me. I'm in a point now that I'm focusing on my life, my path, my being, and I want no one and nothing to stop me. And there's nothing and no one that can stop me, because I have already put my mind into my goal and where I want to reach. So this year has been a very transformative year, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all around. Next year, I'm excited for, because I have several goals that I'm excited to meet them next year or to achieve them next year. And one of the goals is obviously more and more YouTube videos and more interaction with the public. I have this thing, you guys, just so you all know, that I have a monastic calling. And as a monastic person, I go into seclusion a lot, and I go into spiritual retreats, and I go into seclusion. I mean, that's the best word to describe it. I have I have to have alone time. I have to have time for just me and the spirits, and me and God, me and the goddess, me and, you know, divinity as a whole. So I tend to have periods in which I will disappear for a whole week, a whole 2 weeks, months at a time, in which I won't be available to people. I won't, because I'm in a complete, you know, in a shell. Or as my co-workers say, I just go under my rock and I stay living there for a while. And I have to admit that I actually do like going to a rock. I've always been a bit of a loner. I'm a very social person, but I'm selective with the people that I'm social with. Everybody else, I tend to be, on a physical level and a personal level, I tend to be very nice and normal, but I'll keep certain boundaries. And that's just the way I am until I get to know people, and then I open up, and then I just explode with energy, and depending on my mood and depending on the day. But as someone who has a monastic calling within themselves, I just need alone time at some point. So I respect other people's alone time. I respect other people's decisions that they take to go within themselves. And then, you know, sometimes when people don't talk to you for a certain amount of time, people get all paranoid and you start messaging. I'm someone that it's like, I send you a message, I'll let you get back to me, and we'll see, because that's just how I am. There's just times that I just have to ignore the phone. Thank you all, I have to say, everybody who watches me. And this is a little side note to the comment of my seclusion. I love all the messages and the comments and the questions and everything that I constantly get. But sometimes, like I'm saying, it takes me a little bit to answer them and whatnot, because I go into personal seclusion, and it's something that is deeply needed within myself. So I love to read. I am back on track with hoarding books. There was a point in my life in which I had 500 to 600 books in the house, and that was amazing. And I ended up moving, and I ended up giving a bunch of them to one particular friend of mine, other ones to other friends of mine, and then the rest I went and I donated it to the library, to the Miami library. And now I'm back to collecting books and keeping certain books, and I'm back to purchasing books, and I want to reach my goal of at least 1,000 books. So, FYI, for any of you out there who wants to help me reach my goal, I'm just going to utilize this. One, Christmas gifts for me are amazing. I love gift cards. Hello, especially Amazon gift cards. And two, if you have books that that you're willing to give out, either for free or very cheap, because I buy all my books used. Let me be real with you guys. I go on Amazon and I buy everything used because the information is the same. I just go by reading the book, but you know, I'm just cheap like that. Instead of getting one book, I'd rather get 3 or 4. So that's just me. Alright, so my battery depleted. I was saying to you guys that I have a sense of humor, which can go either way. I can be very sarcastic, I can be catty, I can be shady, I can be dry, I can be morbid. It just depends on my mood. But the point is, just so I can conclude this video, I'm your Friday host for Thewitchesvoice. We have a lot of topics to talk about. I'm very excited to have joined this group. I'm very thankful again to have joined this group and being considered for the group and been asked to join the group. I encourage you all who are watching me to please go and check out my YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel, asieloshunyeyeo, and to subscribe and to leave your comments and send me emails and ask your questions about Orisha and Orisha worship and anything related to that, and spirituality, witchcraft, magic, meditation, anything along those lines. I'm going to be covering all of that in the book, in my YouTube channel, and whatever we speak about through this season and Thewitchesvoice. So this video is just a quick introduction. I had a little glitch there because my camera ran out of battery for a second, so I had to recharge and everything. But anyways, the point is, I'm Asiel Baez. My magical name is Oni Designs. I'm an Orisha priest. I have a Chun crown. I'm super excited, and I thank you all for watching this video, and I encourage you all to continue watching this season. It should be very exciting. And that is pretty much it. Happy Friday to you all, my favorite day of the week, because one, it's the weekend, and two, it is Oshun's day. So when I got told that I was gonna be Friday night host or Friday host for the Witch's Voice, I was super excited. So thank you guys for picking the perfect day for me. Anyhow, and perfectly well, thank you guys so much for watching me, and I hope you guys tune in 3 times more to the Witch's Voice. Thank you, everyone. Ashe, 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 Do. Bye, everyone.